Hello there YouTube. Today I'm going to do another episode on Scratch. Today we are going to do a bit more on our Pong game. So what you want to do now is open it up if you don't already have it open. So anyway, what you need to do is make this go to a degree. At the moment we're having it go to 15, aren't we? Yeah. Well, what I recommend doing is making it 16, because today I learned something. I was doing a Pong game and it's going to 45, so it's going to go around about 90 here, 45 there. It's always going to end up going exactly diagonal because it's half of 90, so eventually it's going to tick around there. It's going to hit 90. Now if it's 46, it's going to bounce over the 90, carry on going around and skip it because it's going up in that, so we can't really get to there. If you don't understand that, that's fine, just don't do it that way. So right, we want to give this a name now because I prefer to work with names, so it's actually called Paddle. So now it's got a name and it's called Paddle. Right, so I think this game is going to work how I like to make my games work. They all have a score, so we're going to make a variable called score. Sorry about my cough, I really am. So your score is null, and we're going to make another variable called level. Right, now when this is clicked, we want to set level and set score to something. Level will be this one. Level is set to 1 because when you're playing a game, your level is usually 1, isn't it, when you start off? Not a level 0. So when we start the game, level is at 1. Brilliant. So next part, well, we've got everything in place and stuff. We need to make the ball move. Now to make the ball move is quite tricky, so I'm going to show you something. Can I oh right, hang on. It is oh god. Ooh, weird. Damn it, it's on my Dropbox. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll just quickly find it. Dropbox. Pong 2. And this, very advanced. I'm working on getting some better bricks. That I'm not going to keep that. But as you can see, lots of stuff. But I did work out that the paddle doesn't need to bounce, but in this one I've got it when it's touching the paddle. Where's that? Touching paddle? Doesn't have it either. But if on edge, it bounces. I think the paddle kind of does need that because otherwise, as you can see, it kind of comes outwards a bit. Maybe that's okay, I don't know. But as you can see, this game does work. Sometimes it does need double tapping and it does have some decimals and stuff in it, but it makes it quite cool and unique in its own way, making it super cool. But as you can see, this is what our game needs to kind of eventually turn out like. Maybe not Brick Breaker. And as I told you, always going to end up this way. Even though it's 46, it's always going to end up diagonal. I think it needs a couple out. I'm going to set that to 48. Oh, I know what that is. Right, I know why it got diagonal. In fact, we're going to leave this because otherwise we're going to completely destroy it. So, right, yeah, when it's touching paddle, you want to, yeah, right. Sorry, I just had to have a little look at that. So what you want to do now is, I suppose what I could do is, because I want to make this as short as possible, we can do forever if on here, because this will make it really easy. Forever if, I'm really sorry about my cough. Forever if touching paddle, yeah, sorry I'm being a bit stupid now. Touching paddle. Touching paddle, you need the motion to, which one is it? Sorry, I haven't actually been point in direction. Right, brilliant. It is quite hard. Oh, hang on. Is it minus or plus? Sorry, I'm being really stupid today. Right, minus direction. 180 minus direction. I can see why it's that. Minus direction, which will probably be in sensing. No, wouldn't it? It's going to be motion. Minus direction. So that's going to do that, but it's then all that's going to happen is it's just going to, you know, it's just going to point in direction that, and that's not really going to do much. So you need to make it move. So which one? Sorry, I'm being extremely stupid. Oh yeah, it's the top one. I haven't done Scratch in forever, so yeah. We can make it move 10 steps, we can even make it move 5 steps, it doesn't matter. Oh, something I didn't mention is this can be put on another when that is clicked, but I'm just having it on this one because we can kind of put it in this one. Yeah, and as you can see, then there's then a turn that way, pick random, minus 20 to 20 degrees. Yeah, which for some reason I always remember this. Oh yeah, point. I do always remember it, but I do always have to quick check. Well, sometimes I have a quick check because I don't ever really like to make a game which is not very good or slightly imbalanced or slightly not looking how it should do. So that should work, and then go to variables and click and make it change score by 1. So every time you hit the paddle, which is going to be never because it's not moving yet. So what makes it move? Well, by looking at this code, it does kind of look like, yeah, this looks quite good, man. It looks pretty much to me in this code that when it's if on edge bounce, and it needs to actually be in this one, and it needs to be in a forever. So take this off quickly. Let's get a in fact, let's put this in its own one because I think this one should be in its own one. Forever. So one of these. Yep. If on edge, bounce, and then. Oh, it's also got to move some steps as well. Yep. So as you can see, it is moving. It's now moving. Yay! Yay! So it's moving at quite a fast pace, I think, as well. Which I suppose this is a nice pace, I think. So as you can see, we're at score 19. Oh, we've been jumping quite quickly in our score. No, but our level isn't actually being touched, and when we hit the red, we aren't dying and all of that. So I think what we're going to do next is we're going to make the level work, because I always like to get the dying parts and all that done once we've done some cool stuff. So go into operators. You could do an equals, but that doesn't always work if you can use decimal numbers or you're going to add 2 in. So you do this. So if 25 Sorry, I'm not thinking now. Yeah, score is bigger than 25. Wrong one. And then you put score in here. What you want to put is you want to put set score to 0 and change level by 1. Yeah, and as you can tell, this hasn't really started at the best of angles. I don't think, anyway. So we can make it start at 48, because that's a brilliant angle, I think. Yeah, so maybe we could pick a random between 1 and 2 of what we score when we hit the paddle. We could do that if you wanted, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I want to just test that this all works. If this ever happens when you're testing, you can always do that, by the way. As you can see, you have to get to 25 and then kind of do it, but this does work. So if you wanted to fix that problem, so when you get to 25 do it, you put 24 in there, but I like it feels a bit more unique if you had to get to 26. So everyone. So that is absolutely great, but where is the uniqueness in this Pong game? There is none, is there? You kind of go up and you score, you can't die yet or anything, so another one of these things, and in fact this one's gonna work, so we can have a really cool health system. So do a broadcast, and I'm going to teach you about broadcasts. Basically what you can do is you can broadcast things, and it's kind of like when you click the button. It's when something's broadcasted, something can happen somewhere else on anything. So when I receive die, just stop all, we don't want to do anything. And this means we can do a lot of functionality. We can have free health bars, kind of like on my other game, and we can make this game really advanced, really good. I plan to make it better than this one, because I know how to do all of this stuff, so it is quite good. Now, here's something else I want to do, is I want to do some sort of speed with you guys. Now, I want to do that per level, so I'm going to do that in the next video, because I think I've done quite good this episode. So I'm going to record that in a minute, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!